One topic that's likely to come up tonight, the rapidly deteriorating situation in Lebanon. Troops in the capital of Beirut launching a major crackdown after Friday's assassination of a top intelligence official, which sparked violence in the streets of that city and beyond. Today, Lebanese military officials chased away gunmen, blaming the sectarian fighting for killing at least 6 people. It follows Friday's huge bomb blast, which killed a senior official who'd been critical of the Syrian regime's involvement in Lebanon. We now have surveillance video which captured that blast, and you can see people at the outdoor cafe when the powerful explosion sends shards of glass raining onto people's heads. It also killed 7 others and wounded dozens more, some of them children who were just leaving school, may have been timed for that. Lebanon shares a border with Syria, as I'm sure you know, a nation that's been locked in a horrible civil war for a year and a half or more. Activist groups estimate more than 30,000 people have died in the last year and a half. And now there are real concerns among foreign policy analysts that the violence isn't just spilling across the border, but that it could ignite a conflict all across the region. The Fox Report chief correspondent Jonathan Hunt has traveled and reported in that region often, including across Lebanon and specifically Beirut. Jonathan, authorities there are clearly trying to keep a lid on this.
Yeah, and struggling mightily to do that, Shep. We saw a violent street protest, not just in Beirut today, but in other cities as well, including the northern city of Tripoli. The army then moved into the streets of Beirut and Tripoli, and they did later today get some measure of control, but tensions remain very high indeed amid suspicions that car bombing on Friday was carried out by Syrian agents with the sole purpose of silencing their critics in Lebanon. Listen.
There's a natural tendency for the Syrians to want to continue to exert control over that country. And then, of course, you've got the players of Hezbollah, Hamas. All of those are in play in this particular case. And Lebanon becomes, in essence, the proxy war that could take place if we're not careful.
And nobody wants that proxy war, hence the calls from U.S. State Department officials for all sides in Lebanon to exercise restraint to try to achieve calm, Shep.
History tells us that may be difficult, Jonathan. It's never been hard to stoke tensions in Lebanon.
It never has. And you look at what the Arab Spring has turned out to be about across the region. Much less about freedom, much more a battle for control in so many of those countries between Shia and Sunni Muslims. And take a look at the split in Lebanon. 27% Sunni, 27% Shia. There is also a very large Christian population, the majority of whom are Maronite Christians. In all, there are 17 different religious sects recognized in Lebanon. Most of them have political wings. The most powerful of those political wings is Hezbollah. They stand to benefit the most from chaos in Lebanon. They, of course, strong allies, not just of President Assad, but also of the Iranian regime, Shep.
Jonathan, thanks so much.